Hello, everyone. It's Michael Jaco with Unleashing Intuition Secrets. Tsunami warning after a major earthquake in Russia on one of the islands. So 8.0. There's also tsunami warnings that are being issued for Hawaii. So I don't think this is the big one, although it is a big one. It's not a 10.3, right, that we're looking for. We're still within the window. Remember, I said somewhere in August, early to mid-August, that I'm looking at for a major earthquake, tsunami, and then the beginnings of probably volcanic activity, right? And we've already got volcanic activity on the increase around the Pacific Rim, and soon to come for Europe, I believe. So this is moving in that direction. The sun is lighting up in more ways than one, right? So I remember when I was a kid, and a lot of people do as well, where I remember painting the sun as a little boy, right? I had the sun, it had a happy face on it, had, rays coming off of it, it was yellow, and so I painted that over and over again. I had like a nice little house with a mommy and a little boy, which was, that's the way I grew up, right? Mommy and me. And then eventually I got a daddy, a stepdaddy. And so, and then life goes on. So now the sun is white because we're moving into a different zone within the universe, right? The sun, our solar system moves through the galaxies and so forth, and we're moving into this very active period over the next several years, where we're going to have increased energies, right? And this is basically for those of us that are on the enlightenment train, right? The ones that are going through the golden age. Not everybody goes along, guys. Unfortunately, some people just don't have the mental capacity to handle it. But it is, and it takes lifetimes of development, and some people just aren't there, right? So we're building the world for the future. My son just recently passed. I'm helping to build the world that he's going to come back to. All right, so we're constantly moving in the right directions. I love the way things are moving, but where it's going to be very an interesting time. And those of us that are with the open minds and have the ability to see deeper than what's in front of our faces, conscious wise, are seeing some of these things coming. And it is very golden age, but we're not there yet, right? There's always a transition period, and that can be very rocky. Rocky like earthquake rocky, yeah. So rocky like economic turmoil, and lots of different businesses failing, across the world, old systems collapsing, new systems being built up. Now, a lot of people put a lot of faith in President Trump that he's going to make that be real seamless. No, it won't be seamless. There's no way that this is going to be seamless. The extreme corruption is not going to go away overnight, right? Even though it is being slowly taken down. Did you guys see the film? And I'm going to show you the film where Trump was at the Federal Reserve. So the Federal Reserve is a private bank. We know that. The facade they have been foisting upon America and the world for generations is coming unglued. That's part of the takedown. We're going to see that collapse. President Trump was at the Federal Reserve, and he gave the old boy a little slap on the back as he's saying, "Yeah, it's not real good that you're." He didn't say it right out loud, but we know what he's talking about. He says, "It's not really good that you started this building project. It's going to take a long time." So they're building this building for billions of dollars. The way these things cost overrun. That's the way the deep state is. They come in and they money launder like crazy. And look at the California bullet train to nowhere. That's never happened, right? So massive amounts of billions and billions of dollars have gone completely wasted. And taxpayers are paying for a private bank's multi-billion-dollar building, and it's going to take a long time. And so Trump was diming it all out. That's great. All right, so we have, like I said, an 8-point earthquake. Let's jump into that. It is, excuse me, it's live. People are freaking out right now. I don't think this is the one to freak out about, although there could be some damage from this one, because that's a pretty significant earthquake. And usually of that magnitude, there is some kind of tsunami. So let's listen.
From the U.S. tsunami warning system, because there has been an 8.0 earthquake. Wow. An 8.0 earthquake off the Russia coast, off the coast of Russia. 8.0. So we're going to look and see what happens here. But I mean, in and of itself, this is a huge earthquake. 8.0. So let me try to get you the latest updates. Just give me about 2 seconds here. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, so let me show you, and again, let me just show you here. USGS says 8.0 earthquake. There you go, 8.0, about 80 miles east-southeast of Petropavlovsk, Kamchatsky, Russia. Now, let me, one of our viewers said there was like an aftershock. I'll check that out as well. Well, let me just check the, tsunami warning here, the latest tsunami information. Okay, so here is non-U.S. Canada threat. This is from the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. It says, an earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 8.0 occurred off the east coast of Kamchatka, Russia, at about 40 minutes ago. Based on the preliminary earthquake parameters, widespread hazardous tsunami waves are possible. Widespread hazardous tsunami waves from this earthquake are possible within the next 3 hours along some coasts of Russia and Japan. Again, hazardous tsunami waves from this earth, be getting more updates on them. Hawaii, a tsunami watch is issued for the state of Hawaii, effective at 01:33 p.m. HST. So a tsunami watch, based on all available data, a tsunami may have been generated by this earthquake that could be destructive on coastal areas even far from the epicenter. If tsunami waves impact Hawaii, the earliest arrival of the first tsunami would be 7:17 p.m. Hawaii time, which is probably a number of about over 5 hours. This is the one that includes Russia and Japan. Hazardous tsunami waves from this earthquake are possible within the next 3 hours along some coast of Russia. Yeah. There we go. Okay, here's this. And I want to get up there, Petropavlovsk. Petropavlovsk. Okay, there is a city right there. That's a big city. That is 180,000 people right there. And that's on the water. Now, it's not directly exposed, but I don't know if the way it's situated here in an inlet might make things worse. Let me show you. So that's right here. So if we go to the map on the here. Anyways, let me keep. I gotta.
All right. So the chat's funny. Someone in the UK is asking, "Is the UK okay?" And of course, surfs up and so forth. So people are going to make light. It's kind of like a gallows humor. It's okay, right? That's one of the things that we used to do in the SEAL teams and CIA when people got blown up. we have some fun things to say, right? Sometimes it was probably inappropriate for most audiences, but it kept things light. So that's kind of where we're at. It is kind of a stretch, I think, that inland sea area with a looked like it was pretty sheltered, a Gulf type thing, could generate a tsunami. It's possible. You don't know what happened to the surrounding area if it got impacted as well. So it is like Lakeside Laura says, it's stress relief is all. It's just relieving some stress, right? And that's what the Earth is doing, relieving stress. And the stress is building up. The Earth has been under strain for a long time from us silly humans. Not all of us. A lot of us love Earth Mother, and but a lot of people don't. Right? Deep State doesn't. Remember that Gulf oil well spill on Earth Day? Yeah, I do. And that was devastating. They were talking like it was going to change it was going to be a devastating Earth, like massive Earth problems, because it was going to change I guess, the Gulf Stream or something. That's what they were thinking at one time. If that happened, there would have been like, massive Earth changes and all kind of great stuff. So a lot of this stuff, just gets ramped up. But some of it, unfortunately, as we move closer to the golden age and major change is coming, this always happens. We're going to see these earthquakes continue to ramp up. Like yesterday and today, we had along New Zealand, we had some major earthquake activity. Excuse me, 6.9 and excuse me, 6.6. Right, I'm getting choked up about it. So it is. This is Stefon Burns. He's really on top of this stuff. I like to watch his stuff and get an idea of what's happening with the sun. He does a really good job. Really good show. Really good job with keeping us informed of what's going on with the sun, solar activity, and so forth. Because that's what's coming. Earth changes and so forth are spawned by the sun. All right, so let's look at what's going on with Yellowstone. Somebody asked yesterday. I said I would update, and here we go.
And more active than we previously thought. So what happened? What did they find in this new study? Yellowstone has been swarming with, and hold your breath now, guys, 86,000 earthquakes that we didn't know existed. So in addition to the ones that the USGS recorded.
All right, yeah, we didn't see those. Oh, wow, look, there's 80,000 more earthquakes than we knew about. Talk about trying to hide the information. Wow. All right, so I guess they just didn't want everybody to get all excited. So as a remote viewer, I've been remote viewing for over a quarter century, right? And tapping into a lot of different things. A lot of people were very, very, very concerned in 2012, December, about Yellowstone. I've looked at, right? Again, and what for earthquake and volcanic and all kinds of activity. No tsunamis there in Yellowstone, but there will be for the guy that wanted to know if the UK would get a tsunami. Don't worry, Yellowstone will get a tsunami unless things are really, really bad. If Yellowstone gets a tsunami, everything gone. But there was a time where Yellowstone voted to be, I think, 3 or 4 states, massive explosion. That is not going to happen, right? There could be volcanic activity, yes, but it's not going to be. It's going to be nothing that, lava that's moving underneath there. It's becoming more active, yes. There's earthquake activity, yes. But is there going to be a super volcano? No. Mike has seen it. There are actually other newer remote viewers that are having success in seeing this as well. All right, so this is Elizabeth April. Been following her work for a long time. She's become a certified remote viewer. Good for her. She does a very good job. I think she's like 9 out of 10 in her prediction. So hats off to her. She's really, scoring very good. So she looked at the same thing. Psychic medium type, and she talks to different ET groups, mainly I think the Greys, the tall Greys, and so forth. She was talking to them, and she was asking them about saying 2012, and that there was going to be an age for humanity, and it was to be disturbed by a super volcano going off. So it's the same thing now, guys. It's not going to happen, and this is what she saw.
Is this a conspiracy? Is it an agenda? Is there some nefarious activity going on? Is this being propagated by someone or something or some organization? And in this case in particular, no. It really does look like this is all very natural. But again, it is being caused by sort of the electromagnetic changes. It just felt like, yeah, I don't know how to do it. I'll leave it there. Okay, and then what else did I say? Yes, so a major eruption does not feel imminent. That was very clear.
All right, so there you go, guys. So you get it from different remote viewers. Remote viewing is a thing. Those of you who've been following me for a while know that. So, and of course, you can learn how to remote view. I have the remote viewing courses that have been discounted quite a bit. And I know every time I mention that, there's like a whole bunch of people go over and get it. So it's just a reminder that those courses are available to you guys. I would recommend, if you don't know about intuition, you should do the become the master of your reality first, and then move to the remote viewing, right? So if you're a newbie to all this, become the master of your own reality. It's a fantastic foundation. And then if you want, just go big. It's like under $1,000 to get everything I got. The remote viewing course, remote influencing course, learn to build your body, all kind of crazy stuff. I got new courses that I'm working on. Hopefully, I keep saying hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to finish another section of my demonic course. I have 2 more sections to go. So, but you can get it at a discount until I finish that. So that's there for you. But yeah, go big. If you haven't done any of those courses, just get them all, right? It's really the way to go. Or you can piecemeal it. So there's great information out there from a lot of good people. I don't see that it's going to be, for those of us that are aware, we're moving in the right directions. I moved to the high mountains away from Florida, right? So Florida, I think, is going to start getting impacted here pretty soon, back to back hurricanes. So I got out in the nick of time, I believe. So those that are still there, it's one thing I didn't like about Florida. There's only one way out. There's only one way out. You can go across the state and hide, but if there's multiple hurricanes coming in, which I think is coming, you're screwed. Everyone's going to have to evacuate Florida, and that's going to suck, because the road system is not going to be able to handle that. So there's only one way out. You go north, and where I'm at, I can go northeast, south, and west, and variants of that. and I'm way up on high ground, and so everything's good. So you're going to go where you're supposed to go. Maybe you're supposed to, have extreme difficulty. You're going to learn from that, and then you're going to share how to overcome that difficulty. That's the way my life has been. That's what I've learned. It's through extreme difficulty, through the fire. On the other side of that comes like gold or silver. Silver's better, right? All right, Stefon Burns. I talked about Stefon Burns. I've shared his information. I contribute to Stefon Burns. I promote Stefon Burns, so I'm sure he doesn't have a problem with me, covering his stuff like I do. Some people do, strangely. Now, Stefon Burns has added quite a lot of subscribers, so I know a lot of you guys have really gotten turned on to him. And like I keep saying, you should pay attention to Stefon Burns, right? So he's really cutting edge. So he talks about a couple of days ago, the resonance is increasing. Resonance is increasing. And let's see, what do you have for his live? Our Earthlings, get ready. Megaquake risk is accelerating. Magnitude 8 plus, long overdue, and we just had it. So Stefon Burns called it 3 days ago. Now I'm calling for 10 plus, right? I'm saying 10.3, but it could be a lot more, unfortunately. I think that's coming over the next couple of weeks. We'll see how that works out. So he says, now Stefon Burns is saying that 8.7 megaquake, strongest in 14 years, struck. So they could be upgrading that. That's a pretty big upgrade from 8 to 8.7. That magnitude is incredible. Incredible. Yeah, you nailed it. Good. Absolutely. And so a lot of us are seeing this stuff. A lot of us are tapped into it. We're going to help you. We're going to guide you. That's our calling, to be part of that, to be part of the transition, to help awaken as many as possible. Now, one thing, unfortunately, that happens, not only do we have to be concerned with earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanoes, we also have to be aware of storms. And we've had 1,000-year flooding all over America this year, right? And that's part of the earth changing and the moving into basically a cooling phase, right? So we're moving into mini glaciation phase, right? It won't be massive. It will be mini, not M-A-N-Y, but M-I-N-I, little mini, right? Although little mini for a lot of people, do you know most people die from cold and heat? Although they push the heat thing so much, don't they? It's a big fat lie, because we're moving into, mini ice age, guys. So is it going to happen next year? No, it's a transition. Just like consciousness is a transition. Just like all these earthquakes and volcanoes and tsunamis and storms and so forth are part of the transition, right? So let's look at what China has been. I don't know. China must have really pissed somebody off, because they've been having some serious flooding. Now, this is Beijing. Oh, shit. Oh, you got to watch this lady run across. I tried to stop it. Now watch this lady that runs across this bridge. This is like something out of a, look at her, look at her. Everybody's, yeah, come on, you can make it, you can make it. That last step and boom. That's like out of some kind of disaster movie. Oh my God.
Over July 26th and 27, 2025, intense rainfall brought widespread flooding to northern China, hitting Hebei province and the Beijing municipality especially hard. The relentless downpours triggered red level alerts, landslides, infrastructure failure, and mass evacuations, marking one of the worst summer flood episodes in recent years. In Hebei province, the worst hit areas included Baoding and Fuping County, where rainfall exceeded historical records.
Oh, did you see that guy on the motorcycle also go down? Watch the motorcycle guy on the right. Right here. He's going by way too with that truck. Oh, I don't know. I don't think that trucker probably survived, but you never know. Miracles happen. All right, so it is obviously these people are not intuitive, and they could have used my course, but unfortunately, they're godless. They go after Christians. They go after people that are, of different faiths. They organ harvest off of them. So somebody said in the chat, "Wrath of God," that could very well be for the people of China and general. So we're going to see some areas are probably going to be affected more than others, right? The wrath of God type thing, right? So weather wars, Sully, yeah, very, very possible. Yeah, I'm brutal. I am brutal, Truther Mike. I'm brutally honest. So I make light of it, but like I said, I was a Navy SEAL and CIA, and we have gallows humor, right? So the guy in the motorcycle and the guy in the truck, they didn't have intuition. So that's gallows humor. All right, so and it's true. I'm just saying the truth. I'm not trying to be mean. All right, so more activity here in the United States. It's not somewhere else, guys. It's all over the world. All right, so let's look at this. And this is Oppenheimer Ranch project. He does an exceptional job as well. Another one of those guys I've been watching for a long time. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves. He's only got like 91,000. Of course, I only have 82, so he's got more than I do. But he's been around he fortunately did not lose his channel, right? He knew how to talk, and of course, I'm just a truther. I can't help myself.
Current earthquake swarm over at Mount Rainier continues now with over 1,055 quakes in just the last month. The largest.
Okay, so that's the largest ever recorded quakes at Mount Rainier. It's just nothing to see there, is it? Don't worry. The geologists are in charge. They will make everything right. And while we're at the geologists, let's talk to the climatologist. They've been telling us that it's going to be very, very hot, and it's just going to keep getting hotter, right?
Seismic swarm ever recorded. Buckle up. We've got a lot to talk about. And keep calm, because it's boom time.
That's right. It's boom time, baby. Just keep calm, and it won't be a problem, right? You got intuition. And if you don't have intuition, you're probably effed. But if you do have intuition, if you've been watching my show, maybe if you never did my courses, maybe it rubbed off on you. Maybe you had it already, so you just kind of like relate, right? So that's good. Now, some of you are like, with some of the shows that I have, Mike's lying. Whatever. Yeah, you're going to F around and find out. So now another thing that's a lot of people are effing around and finding out about is the collapse of the economy.
Stop you in your tracks. Sears, which once employed more Americans than the U.S. military, now has fewer stores than Starbucks locations in Manhattan. The company that built the American middle class is down to just...
Okay, so this is happening on a massive scale, but it's not getting really any press that I've seen. The stock market just keeps going up. Crypto just keeps going up. Silver keeps going up, which it should and will continue to go up. And gold will start to trail, and then eventually silver will explode upward. Now, I would like to see, of course, I would like to see silver go ahead and test 41.30-ish and then do a pullback. I would like to see that happen this week, and then go sideways for a little bit, and then knock out 44 and some change, go sideways a little bit, and then knock out the all-time high. The big 50, right? Now that was an intraday. That was an intraday high. That wasn't like an annual. If you look at the annual, we're very close to the annual all-time highs, guys, which is like 43, something like that. So we're going to see the all-time high get hit pretty good, pretty quick. Now the intraday high will be taken out sometime this year and then some. So it is an incredible run up. If we go all the way back before 1977, before the big pop intraday high that happened back then, you're looking at 1,900% advance in silver. That's a long period of time. Crypto does that in a day. But no, not a day. It takes a little bit. But it does happen, right? Now, do you move your money around, or do you just sit and hold? Silver right now would be, in my opinion, has been for several years now, the one you want to sit and hold on. Now, the other ones, you go in, you move in, you make money, you come out of it. Will crypto continue to go up? There's a possibility. But if we have a major earth change event happen, probably going to see the stock market just go ahead and collapse. Right? We're not going to see it hit even higher highs. Crypto will not hit higher highs because crypto follows the stock market. Now, what doesn't follow the stock market? Well, that would be silver and gold. All right. So I'm looking at bigger picture, longer term, looking at what's going on in the world. Pullbacks are not a big deal to me. Pullbacks are buying opportunities at this point, and I will. If silver gets a nice pullback, which I think it will if it goes to 41 and some change, get a little pullback, several dollars back, maybe a little bit more before it takes off and really cranks. So we'll see. I could be wrong. It could just hit 41 and just keep going, right?
11 stores nationwide. 11 Sears stores. That's the death of an empire.
Now, I remember getting the Sears catalog when I was a little boy, and it was a dream catalog. And I looked through it. It's like, oh my God. And I remember going to the Sears store as a little boy, my eyes wide open. It's like all the things. And now Sears, 11 stores left. And he's going to talk about how there were more employees that worked for Sears alone than worked for the entire military at one point.
In just the past 12 months, major retailers have announced over 3,200 permanent store closures. CVS is shutting down 900 locations. Well, the 3,200 permanent
3,200 permanent store closings. That is not stock market hit all-time rally highs type material, is it?
Closures. CVS is shutting down 900 locations. Walgreens is closing 1,200 stores. Even Dollar Tree is liquidating hundreds of Family Dollar locations. These aren't pandemic casualties. These are permanent shutdowns of profitable stores in busy shopping centers. The entire business model of physical retail is collapsing. High rents that made sense when foot traffic was guaranteed now feel like death sentences. Organized theft rings are stealing stores out of business. An entire generation has simply stopped shopping in stores. What you're witnessing is the systematic dismantling of America's massively overbuilt retail infrastructure. Let's go through this lot now. Number one, Walmart. The retail giant is shutting down stores in 6 states, with California hit hardest at 6 locations. When the most successful retailer in history starts closing stores, you know the situation is serious. These aren't market-based closures. These are locations being stolen out of business by organized retail theft. Number two, Amazon Fresh.
Organized retail theft.
Company destroying physical.
You mean like California has probably some of the worst activity for businesses anywhere in the country. So California, in their wisdom, in their shopping malls and so forth, and retail stores in major cities, decided to like make parking almost impossible. So what do you think? If you make parking impossible, people aren't going to show up, and then those businesses are going to fail, and you're not going to get any income from them. Now in Chicago, they've decided, or they're deciding, after I think 11 years or something like that, they're going to bring back another tax for businesses. So every business that has an employee will be taxed on every single employee. That's brilliant, all right? So that will drive out a lot of businesses from Chicago. In Chicago, why don't you just like learn how to cut costs instead of stealing from businesses and employees and so forth? No, they can't do that. They have to like drive it into the ground. Oh, well, Democrats, you'll learn. No, I don't think you will, right? So let's look at another one. All right, I love this guy. This is Metal Leo. I've shown him a couple times. Another guy that I like to follow and support. And his channel has grown. And let's look. Union Square, San Francisco, terminated.
Look at this store. All vandalized. All the glass is broken. Union Square, nothing of what it used to be. More. And everything is 40. Next door, here in the corner, another one for leads. Very large retail store, all empty. This was the main entrance. Everything's closed. And across the street, we got Saks Fifth Avenue, a very large upscale retail store that is now gone from the city of San Francisco.
Saks Fifth Avenue gone from the city of San Francisco. Wow. San Francisco in the heyday was it was the jewel of the Far East, or Pacific, the Far East, Pacific. And it is no longer. It is an eyesore and poopy town.
No matter how fancy they are, they can't survive. And it was just a matter of time. First they went by appointment only, and with all the traffic restrictions and safety hazards, there was only one way out.
check this out. Every Joseph A. Banks. So every store on every corner here is closed.
Everything's boarded up. More, one after the other. Look how nasty the ground is down there.
Yep, homeless sleep there and poop there and pee there, and it's a mess.
It used to be Joseph A. Banks. Gone. Yes, all the fancy stores are leaving. All of that. Police. I just finished doing my Galleria video here in downtown San Francisco, and as I was walking back to the bar station, I found all these alleys that were full of retail shops now closed. So I have to show you all of these. It's really sad to see this in mid-July 2025. Terrible what has happened here in the city. Next door, also empty. Everything around here. And all along that block, everything looks like it's for lease. On this corner here, on Southern Grand, every corner is closed. That one's closed. This one's closed. That one's closed. Okay, let's get across the street. With brown paper. So it's the one right next door, all covered with paper. There's the sign. This Citibank's still open, and this used to be another bank on this corner here. All for lease.
Now, a lot of these stores are walking on eggshells because of the theft. People come in and steal, and California does nothing about it. And they have a law that it has to be above $999 or something like that. Otherwise, they won't prosecute. So they just let the crime explode, and they've done nothing about it.
Retailers for lease. Look at this. We don't have to go very far to find. Now, these used to be like a yoga thing. Yeah. This for lease. Sign is up there. Over here, empty. There's the sign for lease. There's the signs up there. Now they're all been blacked out.
So this is Bloomingdale's. This is a huge Bloomingdale's. And he walks around. It takes up several blocks, it looks like. Right? It's gone. All right, so that's San Francisco. I've been reporting on, and of course, Metal Leo has been reporting on San Francisco basically collapsing. And the real estate, commercial real estate, pretty much around the country has collapsed. Like 95% in some places. Now, you guys know that I've said that we're going to see home prices will also collapse 95%. I said this years ago that we would see that. We would see the stock market collapse up to 95%. So all of this is coming. So it's a collapse of the system. The system is going to collapse. The Federal Reserve inspired and controlled and manipulated system is going to collapse. If you look at the dollar in 1913, when the Federal Reserve basically came into the dead of night during Christmas, it was voted in. It was today, and by today's standard, 96.23% less. So that's what we're going to see in all this commercial real estate, in all the housing, in all of the businesses. And we're going to see silver and gold go to way beyond historical prices, right? It's going to be crazy. And then at some point, probably within the next several years, we'll start to come out of what will be a depression, right? So it is coming. You have to be ready for it. There's lots of things coming. There's lots of things that are going to be disturbing, but you have to be ready. You have to be on your toes. You have to be ready to move and groove. And of course, we have Starbucks. So I've said for many years, you can go without a cup of coffee, and you can get LifeWave X39. course, I've done that. I've had that said to me about a lot of different products. So I stopped drinking, commercial coffee long ago. So it's no big deal to me. Occasionally I splurge and get a Starbucks, but it is not something I do every day. And I can see people like, they call in, they have the Starbucks waiting for them, all kind of crazy stuff. So that's good. But we're going to see a lot of Starbucks close. And this is another indicator. 90 locations by the end of 2026. That's going to increase. We're seeing the beginning stages of a lot of these businesses that will collapse. Right. So Starbucks, 90 locations. That's a nothing burger. Right. Now cities, Florida, like I told you guys, Florida real estate is collapsing. In the last downturn, Florida real estate collapsed. Nevada real estate collapsed. Let's look at, and they were the canaries in the coal mine. They should have collapsed a lot more. This time, they will.
As 2025 relentlessly unfolds, the high-stakes bet that fueled Nevada's growth is revealing its devastating price. Its cities are not just cooling, they are becoming modern-day ghost towns. This isn't a mere market correction. This is a profound existential shift, a creeping emptiness consuming the very pulse of vibrant communities. What insidious forces are draining the lifeblood from these Nevada urban centers? Is it the relentless thirst of a parched desert? The razor-thin margin of an economy caught in tourism's volatile grip? Or the suffocating burden of vacant properties abandoned by a vanished legion of buyers and panicked investors? Discover the Nation pulls back the curtain on this unsettling reality. We have identified the top 10 Nevada cities that are becoming ghost towns in 2025.
All right, those are Laughlin, Nevada, Fernley, Summerlin, Carson City, Sparks, North Las Vegas, Henderson, Reno. Wow, Reno is a ghost town. It is crazy how much Reno has collapsed. Elko and Las Vegas topping it off. Now, again, in the last downturn, we saw Las Vegas prices collapse upwards of 80%, right? This time it will be 95, right? It will be 95 at the very bottom. Now, the bottom will take a long time to get there. It will take years. It's not like it's going to, collapse and then everybody's going to come back and buy it the next day, right? It's not the way it is. It starts collapsing. People don't even want to touch it. And it keeps collapsing. It gets more momentum, keeps going down. It'll reach bottom at some point, and still people won't want to buy. That'll last for maybe years, right? Now, did people quit gambling in Reno? Yes. It becomes so. One of the first things that goes away when people stop using discretionary income, basically goes away, is gambling. And you can look in the history of that. That's one of the things that you stop seeing gamblers show up in casinos. That's a canary in the coal mine. And so we're seeing that now in all of the gambling centers throughout Nevada, right? So that's going to continue. Thanks for your super chat, and for all you guys that do super chat, thank you very much. That helps things keep going. Of course, I would like to see you, get your own courses if you haven't done that. But if you would rather just, donate, that's fine. I don't have a donation. I never did that, but I guess here in YouTube, that's a cool thing. I like it. It's kind of cool. It's the way you show your appreciation. I like it. Right. Love you guys to do that. And if you don't do it, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to. Right. Some of you guys just don't have the wherewithal to do much of anything. I understand that. I've been there. There was a point in my life where I wouldn't even have the time to look at stuff like this for free. Right. So I've been down, I've been out, and I've been high, I've been low. Right. I think we all been through that. But I think we're definitely going to see the economy go down, right? Bigly. And there's nothing that President Trump can do about that, right? He's doing his best. Maybe if he hadn't been taken out 4 years ago, we may not be in this situation, but now we are, right? So there's other things. Of course, there's distractions to keep him from, making things better. And that's another reason why we're going to see this thing become very bad. He could, if given the wherewithal and the backing, he could limit this downturn massively, guys. But you have the Democrats in their big fat cities and stealing money from everybody. They like that. They want to keep that going, and it's just going to drag everybody down with it. So Trump said Epstein stole Virginia Giuffre from his employment, along with other employees. And that is one of the reasons why he said Epstein can no longer come back to Mar-a-Lago, because he's stealing all my employees. And then, of course, we found out that he was doing more than just stealing them. He was raping them. So I believe that President Trump infiltrated the deep state, got info from them, kind of like me back in the day when I worked for the CIA, infiltrating. Right? Now he dressed up like they did. He put on the nice suit. He had the beautiful woman on his arm, and he went in and he found out stuff, and then he reported, and then things were decided and things were planned, right? And they told him, I'm sure, they're going to come after you. They're going to do a character assassination on you. They're going to maybe come after your family. They may even take some of your family members out. Remember his I think his first wife fell down the stairs and died. Yeah. So I remember looking at the Trump family; they were completely in shock, and I think there was more shock there than from an accidental death. So this is something that Trump knew that was going to come, but he knew that the outcome of not doing something that he'd been trained and planned for and had planned for, and maybe even time traveled for. He knew that he needed to do this, and it will go down in history as one of the most incredible things ever. All right, so he cut ties with Epstein because he was poaching his employees. When asked by a reporter Tuesday if one of the employees Trump allegedly poached, if employees that Trump allegedly, that would be not Trump, but Jeffrey Epstein that poached him, poached her, was Virginia Giuffre. The president said, I think so. He stole her. Right. So the truth is coming out. Wow. That's pretty big, guys. That's a big one. And all the little doubters, all the little Trump haters, all the little, because they have little brains. I call them little, and all the little people that have Trump derangement syndrome that has been programmed into them, and they can't get out of it for some reason. There's a lot of it that's assaulting that stupid programming and tearing it down. So this is part of the process. It's been ongoing for quite some time. Now, this is, I'll leave you with this, because this is Trump at his finest. And watch the maestro at work.
Just really with the chairman, he's showing us around, showing us the work. And so I don't want to get that. I don't want to be personal, but just would like to see it get finished. And in many ways, it's too bad.
Wow. So I don't know what was decided by the Fed dude. I should go look at it. I was concerned about the tsunamis and so forth, but I'm going to guess, and I would have guessed that he didn't change the rates. So I'm going to go ahead and make that call. Let me go look. Let's go see if I was right. Fed rate change. Oh, so it's not till tomorrow, right? The Fed is expected to hold rates steady as Trump. So good. We can use my remote view and intuition and go. Okay, let's check. Let's check Mike. All right, so here we go. So Trump is like, look at the Federal Reserve President Jerome Powell. He looks really uncomfortable, doesn't he?
Started, but it did start, and
So this Federal Reserve thing, it shouldn't have started, but it did start.
and in many ways, it's too bad it started, but it did start, and it's been under construction for a long time. It's going to be a real long time because it looks like it's got a long way to go.
So of course, the president is in real estate investment and built lots of real estate over the years. So he could look at something and make a quick assessment, don't you think? So it's going to be here. It's going to be under construction a long time because we're probably going to stop it. Right.
Are there things the chairman can say to you today that would make you back off some of the earlier criticism? Well, I'd love them to lower interest rates.
I like that. You like that backslap? Yeah. Look at that face. I like for him to lower the interest rates. And he's thinking, ain't going to do it. I'm going to destroy America. And that's the way it is. All right. And that's the way it is for today, guys. Lots of love. Stay in the love vibration. Things are going to get hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. And that's going to continue. It's going to increase. I know a lot of you are just tired. That's too bad. Stop being tired. Get excited. Be jovial. And love your neighbor. Love President Trump. And love especially all the baddies out there. Because that love basically brings them, destroys them. Right? It's like water on the Wicked Witch. They melt with love. The love vibration. Send them the love vibration, and they will melt. All right, see you guys next time.